Doug Lehman, breaking it down in layman's terms. Today, I've got a special guest. I have Art Fromm. Now, Art is the president and founder of Team Sales Development, a true engineer at heart, training development, and a whole lot more. Art, welcome in layman's terms.
Thank you, Doug. Appreciate it. Glad to be here.
Well, I'm glad to get you here, and we're connecting virtually. I know in this whole virtual world, we're doing a lot more virtual training and interviews. Speaking of training, you come from the trade of an engineer, an extensive background in engineering. How did you make the pivot to go from an engineer into your training and your technical training development company that you have right now?
Well, when I started out as an engineer, I got enamored with the software applications very early. So I love that better than the engineering. So I moved into helping the company I was with at the time with their applications, and I moved into the computer applications group, helping the engineers with the tools that they needed to do their job. And that led into us. We were a showcase account for the software we were using at the time. So they had many customers coming and visiting us to see what we were doing, because we were really very much cutting, if not bleeding edge of the technology. And in those roles, I started to do a little bit of sales, even though I didn't think of it as sales at the time, because I was just showing the type of things we were doing with their stuff. And then I got more involved with a couple of different companies. I was very involved with user groups on the computer user side. And eventually I got recruited by one of the companies that I was using and working with. And that's where my career changed into the sales world, of starting as a sales engineer, eventually account manager, and management positions along the way.
Well, it's a journey, and obviously you said a few things that the implementation all kind of led you to where you are, and you have obviously a true passion for sales training and consulting. As I looked over your website, and you've got an extensive background in clients, and one of the things I was very intrigued with was one of the applications that you use right now, and if you could put it in layman's terms, if that's possible, the Sales Opportunity Snapshot. I just like the name of it, the SOS thing. Now you implement that with Microsoft as a partner. But if you could give me a kind of a high level, what that is all about. It's more of a methodology than an application, if I'm correct in saying.
Right. It's a methodology. It's a process. It's a tool, and it is primarily for account managers, sales reps, to help with everything from the initial opportunity qualification, competitive strategy, lay of the land in terms of the political landscape, value proposition, and actions required to close the deal out. It is a training session that teaches this methodology that's used from initial customer contact through close. And initially it was implemented on just Excel spreadsheets, which is fine. It works very well with that. However, it's living on the salesperson's laptop, not easy to share the information. It's not linked in with anything else that brings you contact information, things like that. So I took that Excel spreadsheet portion of this training and this solution and integrated it into Microsoft Dynamics 365. So now what you have is all the contacts are live. You can do a history on where did this person show up before. You can find out things like this competitor, where did we find them, and what opportunities were they? And now I can go talk to the salesperson that was working on another opportunity against that competitor and see what happens. So that's how that part of it evolved.
Well, I love the concept of how you implemented it, but now from the value add is it just streamline information in the sales process, making the client using this platform simply more efficient in what they're doing and selling.
Well, absolutely, because one of the big philosophies, and eventually in my sales roles, it led into sales enablement, which is what I've been doing for about the last 20 years here. And it's all about helping sales teams be able to generate revenue and increase win rate, et cetera, in a way that makes it easy for them. For too long, a lot of the sales processes and things were very onerous on the sales people. And, as working on quota and things, you wound up having to fill out so much stuff. But all that stuff wasn't for us as the salesperson. It was mainly for management so that they could see what was going on. My idea and what we're really focused on is flipping that on its head, where one of the things we say in our workshops is, if this isn't helping you sell, then we don't want you to use it. It starts with helping the salesperson sell, helping the customer buy, and therefore allowing you to do your job, while at the same time, with the integration to Dynamics, it gives management the things that they need. So it's accurate data, it's up to date, it's live, and it's something that lives through the opportunity.
I love it. And it leads on to every opportunity. Art, it's been a pleasure getting to know you and learning a little bit more about your team sales development. We'll have links to your website and contact information. Is there anything else that you would like to add for our audience before we wrap this up?
Well, I would just encourage that there's other areas that I think are important. Again, from a team perspective, is how do we work together as a team with our sales engineers, with our inside sales reps, with even our customer success managers. And that's something that there's a lot of moving parts there, but many of them can connect together in a way that helps everybody move the deal forward, close the deal, expand the deal, and really help our customers. And that's the first and foremost thing, is helping the customers. So whether it's helping you as a salesperson with your virtual presentations and demos, or doing your demos in a way that's more effective, or helping you with managing your opportunities, wishing you all the best. And any way I can help, I'd love to have that opportunity. Really appreciate it.
What I heard out of that was the word team. And the name of Art's company is Team Sales Development. Make sure you check out Art and his content and his company. I want to thank you out there, in layman's terms, for social watching.